Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons and our Madden 23 Detroit Lions franchise series, where we have got a great episode today, and we are getting started off on a Monday night game in prime time against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Now we are going to be going with our blackout uniforms. I say blackout because the jersey's black. Pants are still silver though, so we'll take it for what it is. We're going the black top, silver pants. Ravens are going the white tops, black pants. And I kind of like how our uniforms work out for this. I think it turns out pretty well with the black jersey, blue numbering, and all that stuff. Now, as the players come onto the field, Adeniyi, it looks like he's got a development trait possibility. We just have to get him one tackle behind the line, an interception, or a sack. But the requirement for holding the Ravens down to under 250 yards is going to be kind of tough, right? Now, also, before we get into this game, we're going to take a look at some of the scouting that we've been doing. I know we're pretty solid on the defensive ends, so Hutchinson and Harris coming off the edges. I do think somewhere we need a little bit of help is going to be within the line. Not linebacker, Newhouse takes up that one, but the interior defensive line, so at the defensive tackle spot. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We've got pretty good recruiting or scouting for most of these guys. Kasim Morris is a round one projection right now. We've only scouted him 50%. Some of his numbers looked a little off from the beginning, though. Now, Daryl Langley, another round one. What I'm looking for isn't going to be like top five, because we're not going to have a top five pick this season. So because we're not having top five, I just need a first rounder. Hopefully you get someone to fall down to the mid to late first round, and we might be able to snatch him up there. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And Pat Holiday fits that bill. He's got his acceleration, his agility ratings, all of that stuff is pretty good. So, it's something to keep a look at. The interior of our defensive line, try to find ourselves another shutdown lineman like we have with Hutchinson right there. So let's go ahead and jump into this game as we are here in the first quarter on a Monday night. 9 minutes remaining as we try to get the ball on the move. Chase with the shotgun drops back, fires that one over. That's going to be intercepted real quickly by the Ravens as they're trying to take it back. Decker chases him down, and Peters jumped in front of that one, and a ridiculous interception given up by Chase on that one. Never should have made that throw. Good play by Peters, give him the credit, but horrible throw by Chase. Now in the very next play for the Ravens offense, they're going to run that little option, and that we have to be careful of. All right, so Jackson's got all the speed in the world, and they like to run that little option play, so we can't just go chasing after that running back too much. Now on a 2nd and 9, Jackson drops back, fires it quickly over to his tight end as his legs get taken out from under him. A little bing, bang, boom kind of play as the tight end made the catch, and then a great tackle made right there immediately, but it is enough to pick up the first down at the 37-yard line. Ravens come out in a pistol formation. Jackson reading over the defense, making adjustments at the line, has a snap. It's going to be an option to himself. He's taken out, has a little hole, but Okudah trips him up just enough. Picked up 10 yards on that one. Okudah making that diving leap, got just enough a hand on his foot to trip him up short of the line to gain. Now 2nd and inches for the Ravens. Jackson has a snap. It's going to be another option, this time to the left side, and Walker takes his legs out, but he picks up the first down. Jackson's got 14 yards on 3 carries so far today, and it looks like he may be a focal point of that offense. So in the second half, we may have to change up our defensive focus to quarterback scramble and see what we can make happen. On 1st and 10, option once again, but Elliott comes through with the big stop behind the line. Perfectly timed safety blitz as he held that option out, kept it himself, didn't even see Elliott coming off the backside. But if you look at the other defenders that were right there, it seemed like we probably had that play pretty well wrapped up. Hutchinson and Harris coming in the backfield off both ends. 2nd and 14 now. Ravens in a pistol formation once again. This time they actually hand it off. He's going to be hit by McNeil and brought down. No yards gained on that one, and actually looks like a 1-yard loss. McNeil with the big stuff up the middle. That was a good hit. Good job to get around this guard. And good job to make that tackle. Some guys tend to break loose at that point, but not right now. So 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ravens facing a 3rd and 15 from the Detroit Lions 29-yard line. As they're going to come out in the shotgun 3-receiver set. As they have the snap. Hutchinson makes a move. He throws it out to the left. He's got him in. And it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Rashad Bateman and Awarie had a 50-50 jump ball, and Bateman just outgets us there. Lamar with a pretty piss-poor mechanic throw. God, that should have been knocked down. Bateman, they go up for it, jump ball. Ravens come down with it. So now they have the lead 7-0. So here we are in the second quarter now, just at the start, handing off to Zach Moss to the left side. We are still trailing by 7. The score is still 7-0 here on this Monday night as we're trying to get our offense going. Coming out in the shotgun with a 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line. Chase has the snap, hands it to Zach Moss, left side, big hole, and he's hit and brought down after a gain of 6. Moss has rushed the ball 5 times for about 17 yards on the day. So decent start to his evening here in this one. 3rd and 1 now at the 19-yard line. We're going to come out under center. 2 tight ends to the right. Swift in the backfield. Hand it off to him up the middle. He gets hit hard, but he made the line to gain. He's got 28 yards on 5 carries. So pretty good. I like the 2 tandem backs. I like having that before. It should give Swift a little bit of rest and relaxation. You shouldn't have to carry the whole load of the offense at times when our passing game seems to be struggling. So he and Moss can seem to split that, and it seems to be pretty successful. Now 1st and 10 at the 17. Chase under center. Has the snap, drops back, pressure comes, rolls out to his right. He's not able to throw that ball away, and they're going to say he fumbled it. No way he fumbled. He did take the sack when he tried to throw it away, but no way he fumbled it. That's got to be reviewed. And it is booth review because it's a turnover. And let's see if his knee was down. I'm fairly confident his knee was down on that one. And yeah, look at that. His whole right leg was down by the time that ball came out. Yeah, ankle, knee, all of that business down on the ground. So we will maintain possession. They're going to overturn that one. So instead of Ravens ball, it's now 2nd and 20 after giving up that sack. Need to be able to throw it away a lot quicker than what he is. All right, 2nd and 20 in a shotgun. 3-receiver set. All of them to the left side. Has the snap. Stands in the middle of the pocket. He's going to try to take off. The line collapses in front of him. We had a hole open. And right as we took off, everybody on our offensive line shifted to be right in front of us, basically, which stopped us. So now it's 3rd and 22 after a 2nd consecutive sack. Once again, coming out shotgun, 3 receivers left. He has the snap. They bring a blitz. Stands tall, fires it to Hawkinson on the right side, and he's unable to come up with it. That would have been an amazing catch if he could have dropped that one in, but unable to. So 4th and 22, and that's going to force us to kick about a 46-yard field goal. As Siebert puts it up and through, so we do finally get on the board here in the second quarter. Now, 7-3 is the score in this game. Baltimore is leading right now. So we do make a stop on the defensive end, and we find ourselves with a 2nd and 3 on our next possession. As Chase drops back, fires it over the middle. He's got St. Brown for a big-time gain from the 50 to the 28. That's going to be 22 yards right over the middle. Chase is 7 of 11 for 81 yards and that 1 interception we saw earlier in the first quarter. 22 yards for St. Brown, his first catch of the night, as that gets us moving into plus territory at the Ravens' 28-yard line. Coming out in the shotgun once again. 3 receivers set. Hawkinson up on the line. Has a snap. They bring a blitz. Fires it quickly to the left side. Lloyd goes up for it, but unable to come down with it. Lloyd Bailey went up for that one. Just could not come down with it, but good job to make sure it wasn't intercepted either. So 2nd and 10 coming out under center. Has the snap to Swift. And that's going to be pushed forward. He picks up about 3 yards on that one, all the way down to the 25-yard line, just off the left guard there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. I prefer to have 3rd and less, but we'll take what we can get. 3rd and 7 in a shotgun. 3 receivers set. Everybody's bunched in. Chase has the snap, fires it to the left side. He's got a man. St. Brown makes the catch. Touchdown, Lions. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. He had him going on that corner route, and he delivered it perfectly. And good route run by St. Brown to get the coverage to the inside so we could drop that one on the outside. And then actually makes the catch. Both feet, and it looks like a knee get down in bounds. So definitely a touchdown. And that's going to give us a lead here in this one. 10-7. Now, coming into that would take us to the halftime with the same score of 10-7. Not much else would happen in the rest of that second quarter. So, a decent start. We've made our mistakes. We've had our turnovers. We just have to, try to limit that in the second half to be successful. Now, looking at some of the scores from the other NFC North teams, the Bears lose to the Browns. And the Packers get blown out by the one-loss Cowboys. It seems like they're having a great season, going to try to make a run this year. Minnesota, though, hands the Giants a pretty big loss, 38-14 in Minnesota, though. So the NFC North kind of struggling between Chicago and actually really Minnesota pulling off a rare win. The Packers have been chasing us for the top spot of our division this whole time, but it looks like the Cowboys finally got them. And so we should be able to reclaim or take over that number one spot of the NFC North after that defeat. But Cowboys are only a one-loss team, so that's going to be something we're going to have to deal with. And, God, you hope not to have to deal with them in the playoffs, right? So let's jump into the third quarter now. We do have ourselves a 3rd and 12. The game is tied as we find Josh Reynolds over the middle for a big-time play down to the 33-yard line. And Charles Omenihu for the Ravens comes up with an injury. That's a pretty big loss for them off that defensive line. So now we have the ball at the 33 on the plus side of the field here. The game is tied 10-10. Baltimore has added on a field goal here in the third quarter, and we're trying to get something else going for us. And that one off the middle to Swift. He's going to be stuffed. He does gain a yard, I guess. He's got 10 rushes now for about 39 yards on the day. His total has slowed down a little bit from the first quarter. So 2nd and 9 as we hand that one off to Zach Moss to the right. He cuts it up the middle and picks up what he can, 3 yards. A lot better than if he had continued going to the right, that little cutback. Picks up 3 yards, makes it 3rd and 6, which I guess you could say is a 3rd and manageable. As we're going to come out in the shotgun, 3 wide, Hawkinson in the slot to the right. We have the snap. They bring a blitz. He fires it quickly over to Bailey, who makes the catch. And Bailey comes down with it at the 19-yard line. Good job to position himself in front of Williams and actually come down with that ball this time. Coming off that blitz. Quick throw and a good route run. So now on 1st and 10, we're coming out under center. 2 receivers and 2 tight ends set. Swift in the backfield. So we hand it off to Swift to the left side. Tries to make a cut and get around some guys. And he picks up about 5 yards on that one. He's going to have 44 yards now total. So a good little move. If he had been able to kind of jump cut that further to the left, he might have been able to bust that one open. But still positive gain. Take what you can get against this defense. Now 2nd and 5. Chase is going to be in the shotgun. He has the snap. They bring a blitz again. Throws it out to the right. Got Williams, who's hit. And he's going to be brought down at about the 7-yard line, but that will be enough to pick up the first down. So 1st and goal from the 7 here as we come out under center with 2 tight ends to the right side. Swift all alone in the backfield. 2 receivers set. Has the snap handed to Swift up the middle, bouncing off defenders, and he gets pushed forward to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal now. A good physical run by Swift right there, and that's how you want to see it done. Now, here we come out 2 yards away. You got to be careful. Can't risk a turnover in reality. So I do want to kind of plan to keep this one on the ground, but we need to be effective with it. 2nd and goal. Going 3 tight ends now to the right. Hand it off to Swift. He's going to be into the end zone untouched. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. DeAndre Swift going off right guard there. Perfect blocking by this offensive line. And Swift goes through untouched, opened up a hole like none other. And that's going to give us the lead here in the third quarter by a touchdown. 17-10 now at this point. And that's where we need to have that lead to prevent any type of, comeback for the win, basically. But Baltimore adds on a field goal there later in the third, so now we're here in the fourth quarter, leading 17-13. Trying to increase this lead to prevent us from having a one-score ball game. 2nd and inches now at the Ravens' 30-yard line on the plus side of the field. Hand that one off to Swift, cuts left, has a hole, still pushing forward, and DeAndre Swift gets brought down at the 17-yard line. A big-time run on that one to give us a brand-new set of downs, 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And his running starting to get a little bit more physical, and it looks like some of these Baltimore defenders may be starting to break down just a little bit. So 1st and 10, handed off to Zach Moss. Big hole open over the middle, breaking one tackle, and he's brought down after a gain of 6. Hit hard on the way down, but broke at least one tackle, and I'm glad to see our offensive line starting to open up some holes like they were. So 2nd and 4 now as we're going to come out as we have the snap. They bring a blitz, drop off the screen pass. Moss cuts it up the middle, and he's hit, and he's pushing forward, and he's going to be brought down at the 6, but he will get enough to get the first down. As we now have a 1st and goal here under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Coming out in a shotgun, 3 receivers bunched up left. Chase has the snap, stands in the pocket, fires it over Hawkinson, and that one gets deflected away. Looking for Hawkinson coming across the middle. Their safety made a great play, though, to jump on that one and actually almost intercepted it. So now 2nd and goal as we come out in the shotgun, 3 receivers set, making changes at the line. Hawkinson in the slot right, handed off to Moss going right, pushing forward. Zach Moss gets brought down at the 3-yard line. He's got 67 yards on 14 carries today. So a pretty good evening for him so far. 3rd and goal, going to come out 3 receivers once again in a shotgun. Hawkinson on the line this time. Has the snap, they bring a blitz. Chase rolls out to the right, and we didn't see St. Brown come open until just at the very end. But at that point, we were getting sacked, and that's going to bring us to a 4th and goal at the 9. Now we're ahead by 4, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go for the field goal, put us by a touchdown, and hopefully that should be able to give us enough space that we can play a little bit more comfortably without risking giving up a lead on a single score. And now we do hold the Ravens, force them to punt the ball over to us. So now we have another opportunity. Zach Moss making the most of it, pushing forward from the 29, and he's brought down at the 3-yard line. 26-yard gain. He's now got 94 yards on the day. Zach Moss trying to seal this game up. We lead by 7, force the turnover by the Ravens. And now as the time starts to tick away, which this should actually take us to the 2-minute warning, and it does. As it ticks away, he's going to try to seal this game up. Now, Zach Moss has gotten us to where we are right now, and I think we probably need to give him a chance to punch this one home. 2 minutes remaining, 20-13. 7-point lead at the 3-yard line. Handed it off to Moss. He's hit. They brought a good blitz, and they all got through. And he's hit at the 4-yard line and actually loses a yard. And so that's going to put us in a precarious position now as they're starting to use their timeouts here. They had all 3 of them at this point, so they still have 2 remaining. Minute 56 seconds left. We're still in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched left. As the snap handed off to Moss, he's got a little hole, bounces off one tackler, pushing forward, and they're going to call him down at the 1. Oh, man, they call him down at the 1-yard line. And Baltimore uses their 2nd timeout. So we're left with a 3rd and goal. And this is a tough call. I want Moss to try to finish this one off. Right? But 3rd and goal, we need to get something. We need to get a push by our line. So we do spread him out, and we hand it off to Moss. He's got it. Zach Moss into the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That should be the one that drives that final nail into the coffin to shut the door on this game, as that gives us a 2-score lead here. Under 2 minutes to go. And just nothing they could do about that. Ragnow finally got another little pancake block right there. Decker doing a great job on the left side of the line. Overall, a great performance by this team to get to where we are right now. To push into that winning category, to find ways to win. Even when the Ravens took the lead and had momentum going, we were able to snatch it back from them and come out with a 2-score lead in this one. A great finish by Chase. Started with the interception. Finished strong, though, not touchdown-wise, even total yardage-wise, but played well enough to keep the ball in our hands and get it out to our weapons when we need it. So this will set us up perfectly for the next game. Coming off a big win like this against the Ravens, next game we face another AFC opponent. But before we get into that, Aiden Hutchinson, he's looking to try to make himself become an X factor. And we're playing the Chiefs, so we have to hold them to less than 50 yards and 0 TDs, rushing TDs, or get Hutchinson 3 tackles for a loss, forced fumbles, interceptions, or sacks. That's probably going to be the more likely one. We'll have to see how things shape out. Now getting this game started here in the first quarter with the 1st and 10 on the plus side of the field at the Chiefs' 39-yard line. We throw that one incomplete. Chase, his accuracy has been getting a little shaky here the last couple of weeks. You know, we had that span where we were just on point and couldn't miss, even if we tried. But right now, our offense is slowing down just a little bit. That time we hand it off to Moss, and he's going to get stopped for a 3-yard loss. So instead of 2nd and 10 or 3rd and 10, we now have 3rd and 13 here on our opening drive here of the first quarter of this game against the Chiefs. Now Chase in the shotgun has the snap, drops back, fires that one. He's got St. Brown on the left side. Great job to come back to it. Not sure if it was a bad throw to St. Brown or Williams. But either way, St. Brown comes back and is going to be able to make the catch and gets us down to the 27-yard line for a 1st and 10. Hit while he threw it, so good composure there, but I would like to see a little bit better accuracy. Now from under center, hand that one off to Swift to the right side, and he gets hit and brought down relatively quickly. He does have 13 yards on 3 carries, though. Chris Jones making that tackle. So 2nd and 8 in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Chase has a snap, fires it over to Williams coming around on the drag pattern, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards right there. Just making the smart, safe play. Make it 3rd and manageable. We can deal with that. So 3rd and 4. Chase has the snap, drops back, fires it over to Williams once again on the in route, and he's going to make the catch by himself and pick up enough to get to the 1st down marker. And that's going to make it 1st and 10 from the 15 inside the red zone now. Trying to get this shove across the end zone to get a good lead on Mahomes and the Chiefs. So 1st and 10. Chase in a shotgun has the snap. It looks like it's going to be a screen pass. Drops it off to Moss, but Chris Jones reads that perfectly. And he's going to bring Moss down behind the line. Oh, man. Jones is something else. I'll say that much. He is an X-Factor defensive tackle, so give him credit where credit is due. Now on 2nd and 14, come out in the shotgun. Once again, 3 wide. Hawkinson on the line. Chase making changes. Has the snap. Fires it. He's got Bailey, and it's hit, and he dropped it. He had him. It hit off his hands. Lloyd Bailey, our rookie, been making plays all season, but, man, we needed that one right there. And he had him, too. Great play call by Chase at the line, but just Bailey could not execute it. So 3rd and 14. Chase takes off for the run. No one open. Everybody covered. And they're going to call that a sack, I guess, because he got no gain. It looked like he had gotten at least a yard or 2 for me, but we're going to say no gain. We're going to call it a sack for Chris, or half a sack for Chris Jones. And that will start us out with the field goal opportunity from about 36 yards out. And Siebert, he's pretty solid from there. As he puts that one up, and it is through. So, early lead. I'll take it. I will take it, to say the least. Now, here come the Chiefs on their journey back against us as they handed that one off to Pacheco. And he's going to get hit behind the line by Hitchens for a loss of a couple of yards. Now, remember, it's Hutchinson that needs to have the tackles for a loss or the sacks and all that fun business. So, we've got to keep that one in mind. So after that big play by our defense on 1st down, that's going to make it 2nd and 12 now from the Lions' 25-yard line. Mahomes, his X factor is fired up. He's going to be in a shotgun formation. Has the snap. Stands in the pocket, fires it to the right side. Pacheco gets around one tackler but doesn't get past Hughes as Hughes takes his legs out from under him after it's about an 8-yard gain right there. Close to it, making it 3rd and 5 from the 18 inside the red zone. Mahomes standing back in the shotgun. 3 receivers all to the left side. Sends one in motion. It's going to be a play action. Mahomes rolling out to the right. Throws it back to the left. Up. And that's going to be knocked out of his hand. He was going for OBJ there on the left side. Who, yes, he is on the Chiefs now, number 5 for the Chiefs in this franchise. And that's going to force a field goal opportunity. Butker up and through. And this game is now tied. Both offenses going for pretty long drives for the most part. Down the field, making plays, but just could not finish off the drives. Now, we were forced to punt the ball, and so the Chiefs have it once again, and this game is still tied 3-3. Mahomes doing what he does, being accurate, hitting his receiver for a first down. He's 8 of 11 for about 98 yards so far on the day. Now, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Mahomes' X Factor still lit up. And he has a snap. McNeil gets some space, but he drops that pass off so quickly. He throws it so fast, it's hard to stop. And it gets real frustrating playing against him whenever he's doing that. As the Chiefs come out in a pistol formation, 2 tight ends to the right side, 2 receivers left. Mahomes has the snap, drops back. He hits OBJ, makes a move, and gets brought down. OBJ got around Hughes with a nice little shifty maneuver there. And he gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line before he's actually stopped and put to the turf. And that's going to make it 1st and goal here for the Chiefs as we're going to come out at the 2-yard line. We're going to come out stacking it kind of heavy, but I don't want it to be a basic goal line formation. So we're basically going like a 4-6-1. As they hit the first snap, Mahomes rolls out to the right. Everybody maintains responsibility, and he throws that one away. So 2nd and goal now from the 2-yard line. Mahomes, we're going to the same formation. I think if we do that, we get their line. We have their receivers covered, and so we should be pretty decent. It's actually a 4-4-3. 4-4 position. So 2nd and goal, play action again. Mahomes rolling out to the right. This time he's going to take it himself, diving into the end zone. I want to say come off those receivers, but as soon as we did, he throws it to him. So Mahomes takes that one in, and now they have the lead. So here we are in our ensuing drive with the big 4th and 2 as they bring a blitz, and we're going to find Hawkinson down the left side, lowering his shoulder, and he gets it down to the 20. Having to go for it on 4th and 2 just to maintain keeping pace. We cannot allow the Chiefs to get too far out in front, or else we won't be able to come back. They already had captured momentum, and so now we're trying to reclaim that as we complete that 4th down conversion, and now we have a 1st and 10 at the 20. Coming out in a shotgun, 3 receiver set, hand it off to Moss to the right side, makes a move, makes a man miss, bounces off another tackler, and he's brought down at the 8-yard line. Zach Moss with a good run, a nice hole opened up, but Moss ran right through it and makes good yardage all the way down to the 8 in a 1st and goal situation. Now we come out under center, 3 receiver set, hand it off to Swift to the left side, makes a cut, and is brought down after a gain of about 2 yards. He's got 18 yards on 5 carries. Just about almost 3.5 yards per carry. So 2nd and goal. 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends to the right. Chase under center has a snap. He rolls out to the left. No one's there. He's going to take it himself. Chase into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Anything you can do, Mahomes, we can do better. As I say that, very, very reluctantly knowing who I'm playing against. But Mahomes takes it for the rushing touchdown. So do we, shot for shot, as we now tied this one up. But here we are once again later in the 2nd quarter in the final minute of the half, trying to drive down and take the lead as we actually got a stop on the Chiefs offense. And now we have Williams all alone on the left side down to about the 8-yard line, pushed out at the 7 as he was coming across the field, and he's got that speed to get the separation, and we do, and he makes it to the 7-yard line out of bounds, so stopping the clock. We don't have to worry about a timeout usage, and just all by his lonesome. And that brings up 1st and goal now from the 7 here. Trying to find the right play, and I always like to spread them out, but you got to be careful, especially when you're passing it, when you spread them out like that, because it means a lot of the guys are going to be in zone most of the time, which means they're very tight areas to throw that ball into. And on 1st and 10, we throw that out, and Williams runs into Hawkinson. And they dropped the ball. I was going for Hawkinson, but Williams jumped out in front of him. Oh, my goodness. All right, since our guys run into each other, 2nd and goal now. So this time we hand it off to Moss to the right side, cuts back left, and he's going to be hit and put to the turf after a gain of about 3 yards. He's got 35 yards on 7 carries here in the first half so far. Now, we did run the ball primarily because I needed to work this clock out, okay? I really wanted to work out this clock. We're at around 30 seconds left. I probably should run it down a little bit more before snapping, but yeah, we'll see how we actually end up playing this one. We do have 3 receivers to the left side. Chase has a snap, throws it to Hawkinson, and they read it. And their safety comes up with the big-time play. In the last game, the Ravens were in the same situation, and they couldn't come up with a play. And we eventually scored, but this time the Chiefs do, and so the first half ends in a 10-10 tie thanks to that interception we threw right there at halftime. Oh, God, that's disappointing. You'd like to have the lead, you know what I mean? But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the scores from around the league right now as we are taking our break. Josh Allen and the Bills, 8-4 on the season, 21-14 lead over Garoppolo and the 8-4 Giants. Garoppolo 7-11 for 100 yards on the day, so not too much going on there. Now the Cardinals have traveled to the Commanders, where they are leading 21-0 over Kyler Murray, who's thrown for 5 yards in the first half. That's pretty rough production. Now we head down to Jacksonville as the Chargers are trailing 28-14 to the Panthers. Lawrence 4 touchdowns in the first half. Herbert 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions as well. So those are the scores from around the league. Let's go ahead and jump back into this one now as we have ourselves a 3rd and 7 here in the 3rd quarter. Dropping that one down to Hawkinson on the right side, who gets past one man, pushing forward. Hawkinson goes from the 42 to the 28, 34-yard. 42 to the 8, 34-yard gain on that one. Great route run on that little corner, but perfect throw by Chase. And then Hawkinson, deceptively fast, gets past the first tackler and then down all the way down to the 8-yard line, making it 1st and goal for us. The game is still tied here at 10. Throwing an interception the last time, we're going to come out throwing this time, and we almost throw another interception. Looking for St. Brown. Coming across the middle, and we almost cost ourselves again. 2nd and goal from the 8. We're going to be in a shotgun 3-receiver set. Hand it off to Moss on the left side. He's got a hole open, cuts it back forward. Zach Moss into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Zach Moss had the hole open, but that linebacker blitz from the middle allowed the middle of the field to be wide open. And so he just cut it back towards there once he got past the line. And that was going to give us a 1-touchdown lead here in this game. That's going to make it 17-10 here early on in the 3rd quarter. Now we're going to jump on up here to the 4th quarter, still leading 17-10, but the Chiefs are on the move as they hand that one off to Pacheco to the left side. He's going to get hit and stuffed in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Now Hutchinson has been playing great. Okay, I say that. He has been playing exceptional. I think by this point he has gotten his 3 tackles for a loss, but we can't stop going, for the ball with him in there. Now on the next play, they hand it off to Pacheco to the left side. He's going to be stopped after a gain of about a yard. And you notice they are doubling up Hutchinson now on the line, so that's kind of leading to you're not seeing him too much, but he has been a force. And I believe he should be able to get his next dev trade upgrade, which, if I'm not mistaken, puts him to X Factor. So 3rd and 11. Holmes in a shotgun formation. And he drops back. McNeil chasing him. Patty rolls out to the right and throws that one down out of the end zone. I'm not sure how far he was trying to throw it, but couldn't reach to where he needed it to be, or couldn't be accurate enough. And so that's going to force him to try a field goal opportunity. We do lead 17-10. And that field goal is going to be up and good, so they now trail by 4 points. Here with about 12 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. This game is getting tight. And we've added on a field goal to our total. So it's 20-13 as we've reached now the 2-minute mark here in this game. As Patty Mahomes finds his receiver coming across the middle. He's got 284 yards passing, but no touchdowns as of yet. And on the 2nd and 3, drops it off to the right side. Okuda hits the man and pushes him out, but not quick enough as he does gain the first down. So here comes Mahomes in a shotgun formation. 3 receivers set once again. Pacheco in the backfield. Has the snap. Pressure comes. He fires it over, and he's got Kelsey. Old reliable Kelsey for 9 yards on that one down to the 25. And they quick snap at Mahomes. Fires that one deep, and he's got his man into the end zone. Sky Moore, a weird-looking sidearm line drive throw. Sky Moore got behind our linebackers. And Skip, weird sidearm, kind of law, shot put looking, right behind and over Hitchens. So the game is now tied with 1:17 remaining. 20-20. We have ourselves a 1st and 10. Chase has his shot to make his name in the league right here if we can get a good drive going. And that first pass goes to Hawkinson for a 1st and 10. 56 seconds remaining as we're going no huddle. Chase snaps it, drops back, fires that one over to St. Brown, pushing forward to about the 49-yard line on the plus side of the field. And that's going to give us a 1st and 10 as well. We do use our first timeout, though. 47 seconds remaining in this one, trying to get a score to take the lead. Chase in a shotgun, has the snap, stands in the pocket, fires it over to Moss, who goes up and just tried to catch it, but I like to think because he didn't, he knocked it down. He knew we needed to stop the clock. So he just knocks that one to the turf and lets it fall incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 42 seconds remaining. Chase in a shotgun once again. 3 receivers set. 3 receivers to the left side. Hawkinson, slot right, has the snap. Scans over, finds Hawkinson coming across, pushing forward. And Hawkinson's brought down after a gain of 3. Now, Jarius Sneed for the Chiefs does go down injured. So they are going to have to use a timeout here since we are under the 2 minutes. And that actually works out better for us in the end. Gives us a little bit more time. Yeah, the clock stops, but we're at a 3rd and 3. We need the first down. So Chase is going to come out in a shotgun. Pretty similar formation. 3 receivers left. Hawkinson slot right. Has a snap. They don't bring a blitz. Chase rolls out, drops that one off, and no one's going to make the catch. Oh, God, you got to be kidding me. All that extra time, and we couldn't call a better play than that. So now we're left with a 59-yard field goal to make the difference. Siebert gets this one, lines up. Boot to the ball. It's going to be up. And does it have enough? It does! Lions! It's good! Lions take the lead here in the closing seconds of this ball game with a 59-yard, barely clear the crossbar field goal. So now here comes the hard part with the field goal. Here come the Chiefs. As Mahomes trying to work his magic, gets about a 9.5-yard pass out. And that's going to make it 2nd and inches. 22 seconds remaining, but they only have 1 timeout. Now Mahomes drops back, fires that one over the middle. He hits Kelsey for the first down. But they let the clock run out some before they use their timeout. I'm not sure Andy Reid would be that piss poor of a clock management coach. I think Madden, I will say, really needs to fix that portion of it. So 1st and 10, they're going to go empty backfield on a shotgun. If we can just get a stop in bounds, we'll take the win. And they throw it quickly over to the left side, looking like the Cowboys play against the 49ers. Pretty useless throw and catch. And that's going to actually give us the win. Oh, man. Thank God that one worked out for us. I will say that. I hate playing against Mahomes. You know, guys like Mahomes and Brady in these games. No lead is ever safe against these guys. But we do come out with a win. We continue our winning ways. We still have only 2 losses on the season. We're making a push. We have the lead of our division. Cowboys still lead the NFC with only 1 loss. So we're making our push to the playoffs, which is once we get there, everybody is 0-0. That's all that matters. And so we'll have to try to make our differences then. Hutchinson, I told y'all he did reach all his requirements, and that is going to give us the opportunity to make him an X Factor upgrade. He has earned it. He's played well for the last season and a half. And we're finishing on, I only say that because we haven't finished this season yet, right? So, great start to his career. I love the fact he's on our team. It's going to be hell to keep him when it comes contract time, I have a feeling. But we'll deal with that bridge when we get there. So that's going to set us up for our next episode. I will see y'all in that one where we'll take on the Vikings and the Broncos, everybody. So thank y'all for watching. Thank you for all the support. And I will see y'all then. So as always, stay safe. And, well, y'all know how it goes by now, right? Later, y'all.